All right, we're starting off the day dry, but the big story today is temperature. We are in the single numbers to start the day. Wind chills are below zero in most locations, and we're only going to rise to a high in the low teens. Maybe some of you might not even hit double digits. Wind chills below zero all day long.
That does not sound fun, Paul. Neither does the accidents that were on the road this morning, but there is a little bit of good news. Actually, some really good news. In fact, both of the accidents we were telling you about just cleared. This one was at eastbound I-94 just past the Southfield Freeway. There was an accident there we told you about not too long ago. That has cleared. 2 accidents now gone. So let's get into good health this morning at 524. Veterinarians working on something new that might help dogs and maybe even their owners.
That's good. Researchers at the University of Minnesota have begun a clinical trial on dogs with gliomas. That's a type of tumor that usually proves deadly. The researchers hope to offer new treatments for dogs with brain tumors and use the findings to develop similar treatments for people.
Very innovative. Let's talk about the new year. It's a time for new beginnings, and those new beginnings might include making a New Year's resolution.
And I was just talking to Ebrod about this. For me, I can never keep those resolutions. I know you said you can.
I try to, you know.
So for all those people struggling to stay true to those like myself, here's some tips to keep in mind. The key to keeping New Year's resolutions involves picking a realistic goal and taking small steps toward that goal. Try picking one thing you want to change or accomplish instead of a long list. Make small changes every day to help make them happen, and if you stick to it, congratulate yourself. But if you don't and you make mistakes, don't beat yourself up. Resolutions are a process.
Yeah, so instead of saying like no sweets altogether, maybe less sweets.
Right,
you know,
maybe once a week. Right?
Or once a day.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
That's too big of a deal.
Okay.
It is 526, everybody, and it's a prank that might have gone too far.
Why police had to be called to the home of a member of President Trump's cabinet and what was sitting on his front porch. Plus, it's not supposed to be a drive-through. How this car ended up slamming into this side and through the window of a local restaurant. That's coming up next.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
Well, the snow has winded down across the metro area, and now we have another problem. It is dangerously cold out there. I will have a forecast that will make you shiver just ahead.
Plus, state police are ready to crack down on drunk driving this holiday season, and they've come up with a great new way to do it.
Plus, with President Trump's first major legislative win in the rearview, the White House is shifting its focus while the Russia investigation continues. Welcome to Tuesday, everybody. It is Tasty Tuesday. That's what we like to call it around here. And we've got something really special coming up for Tasty Tuesday, but that's a little bit later on in the show. Right now, we're dealing with the day after Christmas, a lot of returns, a lot of playing with the Christmas gifts you got.
Absolutely.
And kids probably wanted to go outside and play.
And it's really cold, though. That's the
freezing.
thing. It's bitter outside.
You know, it is cold, and yeah, the kids are going to have an issue if they're going to be out for any period of time, but there's a lot of indoor stuff to do. Take the kids to the DIA. It's not just paintings. They have medieval suits of armor and ancient Egyptian artifacts and stuff. I mean, that's a cool place. Take them bowling. I mean, you've got the Science Center. You have, I mean, all sorts of stuff to do with the kids. It doesn't have to be outside, but if they do go outside, you got to bundle up. It's cold. We have a wind chill advisory, Genesee, Lapeer, Sanilac counties until 10 o'clock this morning. So let's look at some of those wind chills right now. And boy, it's double digit below zero. 15 below is what it feels like, and it actually feels like on your skin. 15 below in Flint, 12 below at Lapeer, Sandusky at 15 below, 10 below at Mount Clemens, 14 below at Pontiac. Some areas the wind isn't blowing as hard, so it only feels like 0 at Port Huron. You can see Howell feels like 1, so just depends where you are in terms of the wind, but it is a cold one out there. And as we look at temperatures now, these are actual temperatures. We'll do 4-zone weather with you, showing you temperatures from some of the neighborhoods that you don't see in any other station here in Detroit. Places like Sterling Heights, where it's 2 degrees right now. West Bloomfield is 3, 5 in Livonia, 8 in Taylor. Then into our south zone, 4 in Dundee. Saline, you're at 2 below 0 right now. Jasper at 6, Manchester at 3, and then into our west zone. Oh, look at that. Milford, you're at a big goose egg. Same thing at Linden. Flint's at 2 below. 1 degree right now in Brighton. And then we get into our north zone. Look at this. Marlette and Sandusky both now at 1 below 0. Actual temperature on the thermometer. Macomb Township, you just went below 0 at 1 below as well. K-Pac, you're at 0 degrees. So for the day ahead, we're going to get some sunshine, and then we're going to cloud up as we approach the afternoon, and that will put a lid on our temperatures, that and the cold air that's coming overhead. Some of us may not even make it to double digits, but I think at Metro we probably get up to about 12 degrees. Keep in mind the wind chill is going to be sub-zero, and this is just obnoxious. The average high right now here, the average high is 33 degrees. Now I'm going to get out of the way. Look how below average we are for the next week. And yes, we do have some snow chances in there. I will be back to talk about that coming up in just a little bit, guys.
All right, thanks, Paul. And now we want to take a look at the roads this morning, but I know we have some good news for you. There are no accidents so far this morning. The two that we told you about earlier have cleared up. Right now, we can just see that there are some snow-covered roads. Not too many people out on the roads this morning, and it seems like they're going slow, which is good news this morning because those snow-covered roads can be very dicey. It's icy out, so just remember to take your time. Take it very slow on the roads this morning. And switching gears now, we are following the aftermath of a house fire in Grosse Pointe Farms.
Yeah, fire investigators are telling us that there was a family inside the home on Superior Street, but fortunately no one was hurt. At the moment, fire officials believe that that fire started from the furnace, but the investigation is ongoing. And we've got a reminder for all drivers this morning. If you are in a crash, the safest thing that you can do is to stay inside of your car. Westbound 696 was closed for a while yesterday after a string of accidents, 3 to be exact. Police responded to a single car accident at first when that driver, the vehicle the driver's in, hit the median. Then a second crash happened in the same area, and that driver got out of his car and was standing on the shoulder. Well, that's when a third car hit the driver in that second crash. That man is in critical condition this morning. Well, this will certainly be a Christmas the owners of Diamond Steak and Seafood in Howell will never forget after a car slams right through their building. This happened Sunday night, Christmas Eve, at the popular restaurant in downtown Howell. Thankfully, no one was in the building at the time of that crash and there were no injuries. The driver initially took off, but then eventually turned himself into police. The restaurant is expected to reopen today, so some good news there. Here's a look at what's happening today. Local 4's parent company, Graham Media Group, is looking to put the brakes on drunk driving this holiday season with an initiative called Operation Roadblock.
This morning, our Kim DeJulio has more on how Michigan State Police are going to be cracking down. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, guys. That is right. Project Roadblock is something that is done every year. It started back in 2004, and the purpose is to prevent drunk driving during this holiday season. Now, of course, the holiday season brings a lot of great times. There's plenty of people out celebrating, having, drinks, couple of parties, holiday parties, whatever you do during the holiday season. But this is the most dangerous time to be on the road. So this is a combined effort from many local TV stations around the country to remind people to be safe around the holidays. And again, this time is dangerous. They're calling this time the 26th of December to the 31st. So that includes New Year's as well. So starting today, you will start to see ads like you're seeing on your screen right now that will start to air until the 31st that will discourage people from drinking and driving. Now, just to give you a little bit of information, drunk driving claims more than 10,000 lives a year. So it is certainly a big problem, and the most of those deaths actually happen during this holiday season. So if you are out celebrating during this time, some key things to just keep in mind is that you do want to have a designated driver. And if you are that designated driver, make sure that you stay the designated driver. Don't just decide that you're not going to be, because a lot of people are counting on you. Another great thing to use is Uber. There's also Lyft. Use a taxi cab, but definitely want to be safe this holiday season. You'll start to see those ads air today. Reporting live back here in downtown Detroit, I'm Kim DeJulio, Local 4. Back to you.
Yes, and we should point out Graham Media Group, our parent company here of Local 4, a sponsor of this initiative. So we're very, very proud to do that and want to encourage everybody to drive safe. Time now is 5:35.
And the surprise of a lifetime for two lifelong friends.
Yeah, over the weekend they found out there's a good reason why they forged such a connection, and it goes back to their birth. Plus, with the tax bill passed, President Trump setting his sights on the next step of his legislative agenda as the Russia investigation continues to probe the president's inner circle. We're back in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. It is 5:40, and Republicans scored their first major legislative victory with the tax reform bill passed just before the end of 2017. And now the administration has started looking ahead to next year's legislative docket.
As for his next focus, the president has hinted that it may be infrastructure, which is a hot topic for Democrats, but can he strike a deal with them? NBC's Edward Lawrence is live from Capitol Hill.
and Jordanian armies.
President Trump at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida gets back to business today. He set aside sometimes harsh language on Twitter to send a Christmas message of peace.
On behalf of Melania, myself, Barron, and the entire Trump family, God bless you, God bless America.
Still, the president not backing off the FBI this past weekend, pushing the idea that the Clintons gave FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe's wife a large campaign contribution, while the FBI looked into the use of Hillary Clinton's personal email server.
So the president is saying we need to know that our civil servants are doing the honorable thing, and it's important the American people know what happened in that investigation.
The president also announcing a United Nations cutback. The UN's budget has been reduced by $285 million. It comes days after a UN resolution condemning the president's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, and this warning.
When we make generous contributions to the UN, we also have a legitimate expectation that our goodwill is recognized and respected.
The White House will also have to sell their new tax plan, signed into law, to the American people. Democrats say it will amount to a tax increase for the middle class. The president says workers will see fewer taxes taken out of their paychecks starting in February. When the president and Congress return to Washington, they'll have a number of big issues to solve, including coming up with an infrastructure rebuilding plan. Edward Lawrence, NBC News, Washington.
It is 5:42 now on your Tuesday morning, the day after Christmas. But the big story is not all the returns that have been made at the mall today or kids playing with their toys at home. Today's big story is, of course, the weather.
Because it's the coldest day of the year. And Paul, we know that it's extremely cold out, but what are the temperatures looking like?
Well, they're not looking real good right now. And let's be clear about this. We're not telling people just not to go out. It's just to do the appropriate. No, I know that. I'm just saying. No. I'm just kind of not buying into the hype and just saying, yes, this is dangerously cold, but if you dress appropriately, then you're going to be okay. So we're not saying just don't go out. It's just, we're just saying to dress appropriately if you're going to be out for any period of time. As you can see on radar, at least fortunately, we've kind of shut down the snow machine for us. So we're going to focus on those temperatures. Let's get you outside right now. Temperatures are well down in the single numbers. In fact, a few spots in the area are actually a little bit below zero. Wind chills in many areas are below zero. Now, these reporting stations here, some of them are actually a little bit above zero, but it is just a frigid morning out there. So let's talk about, first of all, the snow, and we're going to dive more into this lake effect snow in a moment, but you can see this is not a storm. This is just wind blowing across the lake and just dumping extraordinary amounts of snow. We have largely cleared out. There's still a few patches of clouds in parts of the area, but we have largely cleared out. And so let's talk about the wider view. You can see there's really almost nothing going on. No big storms around. This is just a little disturbance here. So all that we're seeing here in the Great Lakes, it's all the result of that wind coming across the lake. So let's dive deeper into that and explain what's going on. This is called lake effect snow. Keep in mind, the lakes have not frozen over yet. So temperatures of the lakes are in the 30s right now. Now you take that cold land and you've got quite a difference here. You're well below freezing over land. Yesterday we had temperatures in the upper teens. So you have the air flowing over this warm water. What happens? First of all, it warms. Second, it picks up moisture from that lake. And what happens then is as that air flows over the land, well, first of all, it cools off, but also it flows off of the relatively smoother water, hits the land where there's terrain and buildings and trees and things. So some of that air is forced upward. That creates extraordinary snow squalls on the eastern side of those lakes. And we get it every winter. Lake Michigan, eastern Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, eastern part of Lake Huron. It's just a fact of life around here. So here's the computer model, again, showing you the lake effect snow here. Now keep in mind, we have high pressure back to the west, clockwise flow around the high. So as long as this high is here, well, the flow is coming out of the west generally, and you can see that reflected with the direction of these bands off the lakes. But watch what happens now. The high is slowly going to drift to our south, still have the west wind, so we're still seeing these lake effect snow squalls near the lakes. This is now midday tomorrow, but as the high moves east, those go away. But then we have a different thing we have to watch. We have another storm system coming. Now, this right now is not looking like a powerful storm, but this, based on what we're looking at right now, this could be one of those 1, 2, 3 inch type of snowfalls. And keep in mind, this is still out over the Pacific. So it's not until it crosses the continent, gets on the land, then our weather balloons can be launched and give us upper air data, which tells us about the physics of these things. Put that into the computer models, then the models get a better handle on the situation. So today, even though we're going to start with some sunshine, we are going to cloud up quite a bit during the afternoon, and there could be a flurry or a very light snow shower, but really, I don't think that's going to have any real impact on the roads. Temperatures are the key. Wind chills will be basically near or below zero for the entire day. That includes the afternoon when we hit the high. So tomorrow, again, a quiet day. Thursday, we start clouding up. And notice the temperatures. Now, that next chance of snow, as I just showed you, Thursday night into Friday. Saturday, windy with snow showers. And basically, we are in this ice box through the end of the week into probably at least the middle of next week. And really, the only good news I have on this extended forecast, right now, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are both looking dry. That's really good news, guys.
Really good news, but then not so really good news on the roadways, Paul. We had 2 accidents early this morning, and then they cleared, and now we've got 2 more accidents. We want to give you a live look at one of them. This is our MDOT camera right there on the northbound side of the Southfield Freeway, M39, just past McNichols, and you can see traffic volume starting to kind of pick up there. There's a lot of traffic on the road, and actually a lot of brake lights we're seeing as cars try and get past this. There's also an accident on the northbound side of 275, just past I-94. That one is on the right shoulder. And from the looks at our traffic maps there, we've got a lot of yellow and orange on our map, also letting us know the traffic is slower there as well. So we'll keep our eyes on these and let you know when they clear and traffic is moving smoothly again. It is 5:47. Have you ever felt a really strong connection with somebody that people sometimes refer to you as sisters or brothers? Maybe even you refer to yourselves as that.
Well, for 2 men in Hawaii, that turned out not to be a joke at all. Over the weekend, 2 lifelong best friends found out they're actually brothers. Alan Robinson and Walter McFarlane have known each other for 60 years.
Well, we love to play cribbage. We've been playing cribbage all our lives, and
I beat him the last time we played.
The 2 were born and raised in Hawaii, and they became friends early on.
High school?
No! Back in 6th grade.
6th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When we went there. He was the partier. I never went to did any partying in high school.
They also shared a special bond through their friendship. Walter never knew his father, and Alan was adopted.
And I had a younger brother that I lost when he was 19. So I never had nieces or nephews, and I thought, I'll never know my birth mother. I'll never know I'll never have any nieces or nephews.
With the help of his family, Walter searched for answers for years through the internet and social media with no luck. So they turned to family DNA matching websites.
So then we started digging into all the matches he started getting.
At the top of the list of DNA matches was the username Robbie737. The results showed Walter and Robbie737 had several matches in their DNA, including identical X chromosomes. But remember Alan? His last name is Robinson.
And as a nickname, everybody called him Robbie. And he flew 737s for Aloha Airlines. He was a pilot.
It turns out Alan had also used Ancestry.com to find answers about his family. After a few phone calls back and forth, the men learned they shared the same birth mother.
It was a shock.
Yeah, it was a shock. Yeah, definitely a shock. But then when he thought about it, compared forearms and everything.
Hairy arms, that did it.
The 2 revealed the discovery to friends and family Saturday night.
Without further ado, my brother.
It was an overwhelming experience, and it's still overwhelming. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get rid of this feeling.
Now that the initial shock has set in, Walter and Alan say they have plans to travel and enjoy retirement together.
This is the best Christmas present I can ever imagine having.
It really is a Christmas miracle, and we're just like so happy that we found it.
I mean, that's a great story. I have a lot of questions, though.
I know we were kind of talking in between, like, well, how did this happen?
Right.
But it is fascinating, and it's funny because he said shocking. That's life-changing.
That is definitely life-changing. I'm worried, concerned, and questioning why the mom didn't say, hey, just so you know, you have another brother somewhere out there. Right. We put him up for adoption.
He might be your best friend. You look just like him.
Do they need glasses? Because they look a lot alike.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They really do.
Probably
They
from
really
6th
do.
grade, they probably looked a lot alike.
Yeah.
Well, they're reunited now, so that is
Good for
the good
them.
news. It's 5:50, everybody.
And Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin receives a special delivery on his doorstep.
Yeah, and so this mystery gift leads to a police response.
Wow, look at that stuff. What is it?
The reason one LA County Public Health Department psychologist is number 2 on Mnuchin's naughty list when we come back.
Alexa, play.
All right, let's get you going here on our Tuesday morning, and we are well down in the single numbers right now. Temperature struggling to make it to double digits, and we're going to have wind chills near or below 0 most of the day. Fortunately, any overnight snow showers and flurries have pretty much fizzled out. Only a slight chance for a flurry or a very light snow shower. And take a look. We are going to be in the deep freeze for the next week, so just get used to this stuff. It is a cold one out there.
It certainly is, Paul. And as we take a look at traffic right now, we're still dealing with this accident on the northbound side of the Southfield Freeway just past McNichols. You can see traffic almost at a standstill in this area. A lot of flashing lights on your screen as well. We will monitor this one and let you know when it closes, but definitely an area that you want to avoid. We'll give you some detours hopefully coming up in a little bit as well. At 5:55, we want to get into some stories, though, that you might have missed, starting with this one. This is a wild one.
It wasn't exactly Santa who dropped a package near Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin's home in Bel Air on Saturday.
Yeah, the main difference between this man and Santa, Santa doesn't usually leave horse manure for somebody.
Right.
45-year-old Bobby Strong, a psychologist with the LA County Public Health Department, says that he hand-delivered the package as a political statement on the tax plan. It was marked from the American people. The box had a handwritten note attached to it, but it did not contain a threat. Strong just says that it's a lighthearted gesture.
I feel like a lot of people are feeling really helpless right now. And if somebody like me can do a silly stunt that anybody could have pulled off, I'm hoping that gives people a little bit of a smile and a laugh.
I don't really know if he was laughing too much.
I doubt it.
Strong was interviewed by the Secret Service after the incident, but since he technically didn't break any laws, he was let off with just a warning.
But see, that's interesting to me because I know, like the producer Dylan was just saying in our ear, they thought it was a bomb. So isn't that something, you know, when police have to come out?
I think that there's got to be some sort of charge that he could be facing.
Right.
At least
I'd be upset.
If not, there better be. I don't want anybody showing up at my house with some manure. Don't like what I say on this show. So it is the day after Christmas, everybody. It's a day that people start hitting the stores to return their unwanted gifts to the store shelves. But not all of those gifts are going to be returned in good faith.
The National Retail Federation says retailers expect an average of 13% of holiday sales resulting in returns. Of those holiday returns, an average of 11% will likely be fraudulent. That's double the estimates of 5 years ago, but on par with the annual fraudulent return rate.
Boy, oh boy. I don't know what to say about that.
I don't either. You know, I never return gifts because I feel bad, and then I don't want people to ask me, oh, where's that gift? And
Yeah,
then I
see, that's a good policy, you know, and it's really just the thought that counts.
Exactly.
Unless, like, you need a different size. Then I say exchange it.
Right.
You know?
But don't just return it.
Yeah. Let's go to northeast China, where some penguins waddled their way into the holiday spirit on Christmas Day. They were greeting some visitors wearing, well, something other than their normal black and white tuxedo. Look at this.
Oh, look at this. The penguins enjoyed greeting visitors in their festive Santa suits. And as you can see, zoo-goers also enjoyed the get-ups. The penguin family made their way around the mini snow town, a newly built area of the massive Chinese theme park called Polar Land. Look at that.
Very cool. They're in the Christmas spirit.
Right, exactly.
Very
Just
nice.
waddling around.
I know. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock here on Local 4 News Today, everybody. Local stories for you from Pontiac, Auburn Hills, and Detroit. And as many kids are playing their new video game that they got for Christmas, likely the concerning condition that comes with playing too many video games. We've got that more when we come back in 1 minute. Keep it here.
Congratulations. Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Oh, it is dangerously cold this morning. With only a few days left in 2017, Metro Detroit is now seeing its coldest day of the year with temperatures in the single digits. And by single digits, we mean, well, the wind chill's got you in the negative digits, sometimes negative double digits at that. That's what it feels like, at least.
I was going to say, you can definitely feel it this morning.
You certainly can. Thanks for waking up with us on this day after Christmas, everybody. What do we call the day after Christmas?
I think it's just a day after Christmas. You know, I always thought about that too, because you got Christmas Eve, you got Christmas.
Right, and then you've got Festivus, which is the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We got to come up with something.
We do.
Either way, welcome to the day after Christmas, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Brad Cassidy.
And I'm Coco McAvoy in for Rhonda Walker. And of course, well, maybe we can call it the day of returning gifts, even though, as we said, we don't want to do that.
We also want to return this forecast, Paul.
Well, unfortunately, the forecast came through Amazon, and if you don't have the receipt, man, it's really a difficult thing to return this forecast. But in any event, the coldest wind chills, as you just saw, and I'll show you again in a moment, are to the north, and that's where we have a wind chill advisory, Genesee, Lapeer, Sanilac counties. So it is dangerously cold in some spots. You can get frostbite in 15 to 30 minutes in some of these areas. Now, these are not wind chills. These are actual temperatures. Look at this. Single numbers across the area and more negative numbers now than what we saw last hour. Sandusky to Lapeer, Flint, Howell, Ann Arbor, all below zero. Pontiac, okay, you're at zero. And look at this. Port Huron just cleared and cratered, 9 below the actual temperature in Port Huron. But fortunately, at least in Port Huron, there's no wind, so same temperature. But you can see across the area, well below zero wind chills in most locations. And we see down in Lenawee, Monroe counties, you're just above zero for a wind chill right now. The one piece of good news is that overnight, we did have one last little ribbon of lake effect light snow, and you can see it's still active near the lake, but we had this little ribbon that came down right across I-94 here. That has fizzled out, so we now have a dry start, but keep in mind those temperatures I just showed you. Salt really doesn't work very well at these temperatures. It's very compromised in its ability to melt. So not only are things not improving on the roads, but we even could have had some stuff that melted yesterday that is now refrozen into ice because of those temperatures. But in any event, slow rise today up into the low teens, and look at that. Wind chill is going to stay around zero or below zero through the rest of the day. We do have another snow chance, by the way, in the forecast. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but don't forget that I have your 4-zone forecast. Just posted it on clickondetroit.com. Just head over to the weather page, scroll down, and you will see the forecast for all 4 zones for today's bone-chilling high temperatures, guys.
All righty, thank you, Paul. I just found out, and thank you to our wonderful Facebook and Twitter followers out there. There is a name for the day after Christmas.
What is it?
It's called Boxing Day. At least they celebrate that in Canada. So happy Boxing Day to all of our Canadian folk.
Learn something new every day.
I know. Our Facebook viewers are really on top of things. So we're talking about the cold this morning. We've seen how low the numbers are going today. But the question is, how cold does it really feel?
If you ask me, extremely cold, bitter cold. But Kim DeJulio has been braving the weather all morning long. She's out live for us, and she's been doing a little bit of a science experiment. How's it going, Kim?
That is right. Good morning, guys. Yes, I've been out here for about 2 minutes. I've been staying warm in the live truck, so don't you worry about me. But yes, it is bone chilling out there. I'm already shivering. So if you are outside today, gotta keep it moving. Jumping jacks are always a good idea. But yes, this science experiment that I did was about an hour ago. I poured some water on a t-shirt and I wanted to see if it would freeze and how fast it would happen. And just about 5 minutes later, I walked outside to take a look at the shirt. This is the shirt. Look at this. It is completely frozen. So you can that just gives you an idea of how cold it is out here. It crunches when you, I hope I don't rip it. But anyways, so just keep that in mind. It froze in 5 minutes. So it is bone chilling out here. Now, be careful if you do have to be outside today. Layer up. The key to layering up is 3 layers. That's how you're going to stay as warm as possible. And you want to make sure that you're making your fingers, your toes, and your ears warm. Those are the key places that really will, that could get frostbite. So I do want to talk about frostbite. So that is something that you really want to be cautious of. Let's pull up some information. Just if you are outside, here are some signs. Beginning stages, you will see your skin start to get pale, maybe even a yellowish color. So if you see that happen, you want to go inside. Also, your skin can start to itch a bit. So that is the early stages. A little bit later stages, your skin will become stiffer, or it'll even turn a bluish color or black. If that happens, you definitely want to seek medical assistance. And yes, Paul was just talking about the salt on the roads. We did have all that snow yesterday. The roads have been salted, but with these cold temperatures, the salt does not work as fast. So driving will also be an issue. So if you can stay home, play with those new toys you got for Christmas, maybe be careful. Just have some hot cocoa or warm up or something like that, because being outside is definitely not fun. I'm gonna go in the live truck right now, guys. Reporting live in downtown Detroit. I'm Kim DeJulio, Local 4. Back to you.
Either the live truck or hop on the queue line and take it to someplace warm and get a nice cup of coffee this morning.
Exactly.
Right there behind you.
Kim, you know, I'm gonna do that.
Yes. All right, Kim, thank you. And also, don't pour water on your clothes like Kim did with that shirt, because obviously it'll freeze. We do want to give you an update on some traffic issues this morning. It looks like the accident here on the northbound side of M39, the Southfield Freeway, has cleared. Actually, it literally just cleared. So traffic just now starting to ease on by this accident or this former accident. We'll keep our eyes on the roads and let you know if any others pop up throughout the morning.
And on Detroit's west side, police continue to search for a suspect in connection to a shooting at the ExxonMobil gas station that's on Finkel Avenue, and this happened on Tuesday. Police are looking for Terry Outsey. His twin brother, Gary Outsey, was arrested at the scene. Police say the two men pulled up to the station, left, and then came back and started shooting. They hit one man. He suffered non-life-threatening injuries and is expected to recover. If you have any information, make sure you call police. And Detroit police, they're asking for your help this morning in finding a missing 16-year-old girl. Ajanae Bacon was last seen on December 22nd at around 8:30 a.m. after being dropped off at school on 7 Mile. She contacted her sister for money the next day, but she has not yet come home. She was last seen wearing an army green coat, a white shirt, black jeans, and tennis shoes. Ajanae is in good physical and mental condition. Anyone with information is asked to call the Detroit Police Department.
Police are still searching for an armed robber who targeted several stores in Oakland County, including a Fort Worth shop, a dollar store, a Little Caesars store, and even a Subway shop. And police believe that one gunman is behind these holiday robberies. Multiple security photos from the businesses show the robber with the same jacket, the same gloves, and the same boots. And we circled all of them here on the screen. Now, the robber got away on foot with about $100, making a lot of people wonder why a person would go to such great lengths for just a small amount of money.
I wish that he would just stop, leave the hard workers alone, and let them do what they have to do.
There's other ways to make money. I mean, look at the snow. You can go shovel snow or anything.
And you can make a lot more money shoveling snow around here than $100. No one was hurt in the burglary, but we should let you know if you have any information about who that robber might be, please give police a call.
And some Flint residents need to boil their water while the city works to fix a water main break. Residents who live in the neighborhood around Avon and 8th Street are affected by this. Officials say you should boil all filtered water for at least 1 minute and let it cool before using. If you have unfiltered water, let the tap run for 7 minutes before boiling the water. You should use the boiled water or bottled water for drinking, making ice, brushing teeth, washing dishes, and preparing food.
Well, we want to wish all of our Kwanzaa celebrating viewers a happy holiday, a happy Kwanzaa to you. Today marks the first of 7 days for that celebration, and it goes through January 1st. Kwanzaa, if you're not familiar, honors a different principle every day, and today's is umoja, which is Swahili for unity. Some other principles include self-determination, collective work and responsibility, purpose, and creativity. Kwanzaa was first observed over 50 years ago to celebrate African culture. So happy Kwanzaa to you.
Happy Kwanzaa to you as well.
And everybody else that celebrates. It's 6:08, and it's a big day for retailers. Whether you're exchanging a gift that didn't fit or just returning something that grandma got you that is ugly. The one thing retailers are going to be watching for this year, that's coming up.
But first, scary moments for passengers on a JetBlue flight. What went wrong during landing? That's coming up next.
Mismatch. All right, everybody, welcome back. It is time for Jobs for You, and you're going to want to get your resume ready because we've got a great one. Starters Bar and Grill is holding a hiring fair today, as well as tomorrow and Thursday. It is from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. every day at their Midtown location. It's the one right there on Woodward. They're looking for between 80 and 100 employees for their new Harper Woods location that opens in February. Seasoned restaurant workers or newbies are welcome. And if Starters Bar and Grill sounds familiar, they were featured here on Tasty Tuesday. It's definitely a great place to work and great food. We're back in a minute.
Introducing.
And it is 6:11 on your Tuesday morning. A plane had a rough landing at Logan Airport in Boston. Strong winds were blowing after a strong winter storm hit the Northeast last night. A JetBlue flight was landing when it hit a patch of ice. Passengers on board were taken for a ride.
All of a sudden we started sliding, and then we started spinning and spinning and spinning and ended up in a snowbank.
Passengers cheered and thanked the pilot for keeping his cool and managing the situation as best he could. No one on board was hurt. That's fortunate. Firefighters helped everyone off of the stairway into the cold and then bus them, I should say, to the terminal to enjoy the rest of their holiday with the plane still stuck in the snow behind them.
They were blessed as well.
Yes, exactly, because they
Can you imagine being on that plane? I'd be thinking my lucky stars. Listen.
Absolutely, I guess right. I guess I did say it right the first time.
Yes,
they were blessed.
They were blessed and blessed.
The pilot's name wasn't Sully, was it, by any chance?
No.
Yeah, the Miracle on the Harbor?
Yes, we remember.
That was the Miracle on the Hudson, but this one, the Miracle on the Harbor?
Right.
Yeah. All right, and I would say, listen, those pilots, they're highly trained for everything that could happen, and something happened.
Absolutely.
So, you know, they did what they had to do. So.
Right.
All right, so we want to talk about some weather?
We should, because we had the white Christmas that everybody was hoping for. Well, everybody except for Coco.
I was going to say,
she didn't want a white Christmas.
Oh.
She wanted a yellowy sun Christmas.
Oh,
not in Miami.
Well, we've had some of those, but we've been keeping tally here, and since 1980, we've had more green Christmases than white, but this year's white Christmas added to the tally, so it's not quite even yet, but we're getting closer to even. So yeah, we had a white Christmas, and I mean, usually, historically, the chances of getting a white Christmas here are about 40 to 50%. So more often than not, we have a green Christmas, but as you can see, again, we've come a little bit closer since 1980. All right, temperatures now in the single numbers across much of the area. Some areas are below zero for actual temperatures on the thermometer. Then you factor in the wind, and these wind chills are well below zero in many spots right now. So again, we're not telling you not to go out. It's just you want to bundle up, and again, dress in layers. Layers actually helps a lot. All right, from a precipitation standpoint, fortunately, not a lot going on around the region. We do have these lake effect snows just caused by those winds coming across the warmer waters. That Arctic air picks up that moisture, then just drops it as snow. And so we have that on the eastern side of the lakes, but other than that, you can actually see the jet stream diving to our south, little disturbances along it, generating little batches of snow. Closer to home, you still see the very active lake effect coming right across the thickest part of Lake Michigan here. That's where the air can have the most time to pick up that moisture to warm up, and then it hits the land and cools off and drops that snow. Now, overnight, we had a little narrow stripe of snow that was coming across around I-94 or so. That has since fizzled out, so we're in much, much better shape. And a lot of us have cleared out this morning. Still some clouds in some spots. Through the day, we are going to cloud up again, especially late morning into the afternoon. There is the small chance for a few flurries, a few light snow showers, not big impactful stuff like we had yesterday, but you can see a few festive flakes around during the day. Then we clear out for a while tonight, and then we become partly cloudy tomorrow. But notice no weather problems tomorrow unless, again, you're driving to the western side of the state. You're taking 94 here, where you go down this area right here is going to be nasty. So if you're driving west towards Chicago tomorrow, take that southern route and go well south of the lake. All right, again, we're going to cloud up a bit today, and boy, some of us not even going to get to those double digits. Those of us who do will stop around 11, 12 degrees with sub-zero wind chill, or at least near zero, all day long. The Arctic air stays with us all week long. Next chance for snow, Thursday night into Friday. This could be a 1, 2, 3 inch type of snowfall. Way too early to get specific. We'll just keep you posted. The most important news right now, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day look dry. All right, our weather window this morning, let's take a look. And oh, here's a nice shot here. This is our Mount Clemens sky cam, and all's quiet on a white, snowy day after Christmas, a Boxing Day in Mount Clemens, guys.
Thanks, Paul. All right, let's take a look at the roads this morning. I know when I was headed to work, there were quite a few people sliding off the road because of all the ice on the road, so you've got to be careful this morning. We do want to tell you about 2 accidents. Westbound 94 past Rotunda, the left lane is blocked, and northbound 275 past 94 on the right shoulder. There's another accident there, so I can't stress enough this morning. Make sure you give yourself enough time and go slow out on these icy roads.
Very important advice. Coco, thank you. It is 6:16. Let's get into today's consumer headlines. Retailers are celebrating the cheer, but today they're making sure that they're not getting ripped off. That is because today is a big return day that some may try to take advantage of. Let's turn things over to Aaron Real, joining us live now at NASDAQ, formerly Aaron Aid. I hear congratulations are in order.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, new name to get used to. Good morning, everyone. Some gifts, you know, they just don't cut it. I know that feeling. And the annual Return-a-thon is kicking off today for those who need to return or exchange unwanted holiday gifts. Many shoppers made it a point to stay on top of return policies. 3 out of 4 holiday shoppers checked return policies before making a purchase this year, and this is according to a group survey by the National Retail Federation. Elsewhere, retailers expect an average of 13% of their holiday sales this year will result in returns. Now, this according to the National Retail Federation. Of those holiday returns, an average of 11% will likely be fraudulent. The NRF says that the number doubles the estimate of 5 years ago, but it's also on par with the annual fraudulent return rate. Retailers have done quite well this holiday season overall. U.S. retail sales have rose to their best pace since 2011. According to the MasterCard Spending Plus excluding car sales, retailers saw an uptick of 4.9% from November 1st through Christmas Eve. Now, that compared to a 3.7% gain for the same period last year. The biggest force driving the gains were online shoppers, showing an 18% rise in holiday sales. That is the latest from the NASDAQ market site. Back to you. All
righty. Thank you very much, Erin Real. It is 6:18. And, well, what are we looking at?
Well, is spending too much time playing video games a sign of a mental health problem?
No.
Some people, I would say no too, right? But some people are saying yes, it is. That's coming up in Good Health.
But first, is it a cloud or is it smoke? What is this? Paul Gross is going to explain what's happening in this amazing video that's coming up next. And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Michelle Bethune, Michelle Shack Bethune from Clinton Township. She's married with 7 grandchildren. She also tells us that she loves to cook and entertain family and friends. And you get something from Cryo Spa Detroit.
That's right. Cryo Spa Detroit is giving you a complimentary session of whole body cryotherapy, a $65 value just for being our friend. If you would like to be our friend as well, like our Facebook page, click on the Friend of the Day tab, be sure to upload your picture, and tell us a little bit something about yourself. We'll be back after this break.
All right, here's something pretty cool for you. Warm lake water mixed with cold air creates quite the interesting sight. Check this out. Time-lapse video of steam coming off Lake Superior in Minnesota shows the result. It's something called sea smoke, or technically steam fog. The water temperature was around 35 degrees at the time, but the air temperature was 9 degrees below zero. And so when you take that difference in temperature, you can see how a 35-degree warm lake water, relatively warm we'll say, can create steam. Isn't that something? Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's get you going with our forecast for today. And what we're looking at is some sunshine to start, although we are going to see the clouds kind of increase by late morning into the afternoon. We're in the single numbers right now. Some of us are even below zero. The wind chills will be below zero virtually the entire day. And as for actual temperatures, it'll be a real struggle to get to double digits. Some of us won't even get to double digits, and the wind chills, again, are going to stay around zero, if not well below zero, during the course of the day. And we've been showing you this all morning long. Look at this. Average high right now, 33 degrees. We're going to stay well below that for the next week and maybe even more. But here's a different piece of news, actually. And what we have is an increase in global warming. We have an increase in record highs. We're seeing more record warmth actually right now. I don't have the graphic for you. We'll have to show you that later. But basically an increase in record warmth and a decrease in record cold. Now this isn't record cold, but this is certainly very cold. But at least over time, we're seeing an increase in record warmth, guys.
All right, and let's take a look at the traffic this morning out on the roads. We've been telling you about accidents all morning long, and unfortunately, we've got another one to report this morning. I-94 westbound at Allard Road, the right lane is now blocked there. We were telling you about a couple more accidents before that. People, it's very important this morning because there's a lot of ice on the road. It's really cold out there, too. You have to take it slow, and hopefully these accidents will get cleared up, and hopefully everyone is okay. And in good health for you this morning, a new study from the Mayo Clinic suggests more concussion education is needed at the high school level. The survey of over 250 people shows most high school athletes, their parents, and coaches could identify the possible effects of a concussion, but only a third knew concussions were actually brain injuries. Overall, coaches knew most about when to take a player out of the game and the potential effects of a repeat injury. And also in good health, the World Health Organization will soon classify gaming disorder as a mental health condition for the very first time in 2018. To name a few symptoms, it'll be characterized as a pattern of consistent gaming, online or off, increasing priority given to gaming and the continuation of gaming despite negative consequences. The behavior has to be evident for at least 12 months to be diagnosed. That's interesting.
There's some guys living in their mom's basement right now. They're like, this is not a problem.
Right, this is fun. This is a hobby.
Yeah. All right, it's 6:25, everybody. Coming up next at 6:30, local stories for you from Madison Heights, Grosse Pointe Farms, and Howell. Plus, after 51 Tuesdays of eating some amazingly delicious, decadent, wonderful, mouth-watering food, we are going to reveal our favorite picks for Tasty Tuesday. It is the Tasty Awards, and we are so excited because that fried chicken looks delicious.
But first, falling in love takes on a whole new meaning. Look at that. That's next in today's top video.
Well, that's one way to start an engagement. It's today's top video, everybody. A proposal oops. This couple had the whole ice rink to themselves. This is Rockefeller Plaza in New York City, and this was a surprise marriage proposal. I mean, every proposal is a surprise nonetheless, but this woman gives falling in love a whole new meaning.
She didn't let the slip dampen her spirits, though. As she threw her arms up, it was helped off the ice. Oh, man.
That had to hurt, though.
You know it
right?
did.
But definitely a way to remember their engagement.
Oh, because there's video, too.
Yep, we're back in a minute.
Line up to live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
We are in the negative, or at least it feels like it. Temperatures and wind chills are dangerously low this morning, and the Arctic Blast has plans to stick around. I say we blame meteorologist Paul Gross for that. He's in for Brandon this morning with us. You like the cold? You hate the cold? Let the viewers know.
You know, I hate the cold.
You do?
As I was saying earlier.
You live in Michigan.
I know, and I've always lived in Michigan, too. I'm from here, but for me, it's like I was telling you, a white Christmas, for me, it's like, well, as long as you're with your family, it can be nice and sunny outside, right? Do you need a white Christmas?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because I feel like that's what kind of invokes the Christmas spirit.
What?
You know, like you look outside and it's a snow globe. You're not buying it?
No,
You'd
not
rather
buying
have palm
it.
trees?
Yes, anything. To me, it's like, it's, you know, it's just with your family.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Don't listen to her. She's just filling in this morning. You don't know no better.
No. What do you think?
Well, you want to get the snow like a week before and then have all the roads dry and everything's good for travel. That's the way to do it. Now, yesterday and Christmas Eve, it was a mess travel-wise. Here's that lake effect zone right here, and those lake effect snow showers. Well, let's do that again. I don't know what happened there. All right, there we have that lake effect zone here on Lake Michigan, and we saw yesterday all these little lake effect snow showers moving eastward across the state. And might as well just kind of finish this up, because here we are. The lake effect snow showers have ended, and here we are in the deep freeze. So, yep, it is. Oh, I get applause for that. Not bad, not bad. Last week, I knew I wasn't going to get gong because I had all Christmas stuff, and you can't gong Christmas. I mean, that's just that's the way it goes around here. All right. Wind chills, though, are an issue this morning. We have wind chill advisory for Genesee, Lapeer, Sanilac counties. That's until 10 o'clock this morning. Wind chills are still plenty cold south of there, but those are the double-digit wind chills. Now, these are actual temperatures, okay? Lapeer, 1 below 0, 2 below in Sandusky, 2 below Ann Arbor to Howell to Flint, and the rest of us are in the single numbers or even down around 0. But when you factor in that wind, again, to the north, double-digit below 0 wind chills. You will feel that on your skin, and if you're going to be standing outside for any period of time, in 15 to 30 minutes, you can develop frostbite. So just be careful. We're not saying don't go out. We're just saying dress appropriately. But fortunately, the lake effect snow machine has, for us, pretty much shut down. Still active here on the western side of the state. And through the day, we're just looking at some sun to start, but clouds increase. We're lucky to get to double digits for a high today, those wind chills near or below 0. We'll talk about our next snow chance coming up in just a bit, but don't forget, you can always get the 4-zone forecast on clickondetroit.com. Just go to the weather page, scroll down, and you'll see my 4-zone forecast with specific high temperatures for the entire metro area. Be back in a few, guys.
Single digits. It's going to be 70 degrees where I am.
What?
In my house. like you should be. Crank that heat all the way up. Let's talk about some traffic troubles that we've got going on. We got an accident on I-94 on the westbound side right at Shook. We've got the left lane that is blocked because of that. We'll keep our eyes on that one for you. Also on I-94, we've got an accident on the westbound side of Allard Road. The right lane is blocked there, and you can see some orange and yellow on your screen. So that definitely means the traffic is slow. Then not too far down on I-94, in case you're noticing a trend here, we've got the westbound side at Cadieux. The left lane is blocked there and both shoulders. So traffic also getting by slowly there as well. So the moral of the story right now this morning, I-94 a little bit icy. So just avoid that if at all possible, which I know not always the easiest. So definitely take it slow if you're traveling through I-94, and chances are with those 3 accidents, you have no choice. It is 6:33, and starting today, police all across the state are going to be looking to keep everyone on the roads safe.
Which means they're cracking down on drunk drivers. This is a campaign that'll run until 2018, and Kim DeJulio is live with what police will be looking for. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, guys. That is right. This is, they say, the most wonderful time of the year. A lot going on as far as family gatherings, holiday parties for your work and whatnot. But the truth of the matter is a lot of drinking goes on during that time, and people need to get to and from places, and they drive. So it's a very dangerous time to be out on the roads because there's drinking and driving going on. So what Project Roadblock is something that started in 2004, and it is the days between December 26th and December 31st when police are really cracking down on the roads, but also local TV stations are going to be running ads to prevent people from drunk driving. Now, our station, I'm happy to say, is a part of that. They will be running ads to encourage people to use other options. Now, some other options I want to talk about is having a designated driver. If you do know you're going to be out drinking and you need to get to another place, have someone to volunteer as a designated driver, or you can be that designated driver. It's important, though, if you are that designated driver, make sure you stay a designated driver because you don't want to flake out for your friends who are depending on you. Also, other options is using Uber, Lyft, taxi, or public transportation. We do have that queue line here, People Mover, other things like that. So just keep that in mind, but you will start to see those ads air, and it is working. Since they started this campaign, the deaths have gone down for drunk driving, so that is good news, but it is still a problem. Each year, 10,000 lives are taken from drunk driving, so it is a problem we're still dealing with. So just keep that in mind this holiday season. Reporting live out here, I am Kim DeJulio, Local 4. Back to you.
There's so many options that you don't have to get on the road behind the wheel if you have been drinking. So many options to stay safe and not do that.
All right, thanks, Kim.
Exactly.
It is 6:35, and we're following stories from all across Metro Detroit this morning.
We'll take a look at Madison Heights and Howell, but we first start today in Grosse Pointe Farms. That's where we're following the aftermath of a house fire. Fire investigators tell us a family was inside of the home on Superior Street, but fortunately, nobody was injured. At the moment, fire officials believe the fire started from the furnace, but the investigation is ongoing.
And then a driver hit on the side of I-96, still in critical condition this morning. He was hit when he got out of his car after being involved in a crash on the expressway yesterday. This was actually part of a series of accidents, 3 in total on 696 that closed all of the westbound lanes. The first crash was with a driver who hit the median. A second one happened in the same area, and the driver of that second crash got out of his car and was standing on the shoulder. And then a third car hit that driver. Of course, we'll continue to update you on the status of the driver, but again, at last check, he was in critical condition. In the meantime, police want to remind you to stay in your car if you do get in an accident. That is the safest place to be.
And this will be a Christmas the owners of Diamond Steaks and Seafood will never forget after a car slammed through their building. It happened Sunday night at the popular restaurant in downtown Howell. No one was in the building at the time of the crash, and there were no injuries. That's good news. The driver fled but had a change of heart and eventually turned himself into police. The restaurant is expected to reopen today.
That is some good news. I saw the video of the accident. It's pretty alarming. It's 6:36, and some motorists are hoping to see the Detroit Parking Violations Bureau in federal court. The Detroit News reported a group of motorists, Metro Detroit drivers, filed a class action lawsuit claiming that the city is wrongfully collecting parking meter fines and late fees and violating the constitutional rights of motorists. One of the plaintiffs says that he wants the judge to declare Detroit's parking fines and late fees excessive, which could be unconstitutional. We'll watch that one and let you know what happens. From the hospital to the gridiron, we've got the emotional return for one NFL player coming up.
But first, a fireworks display goes terribly wrong. We'll have the video. You're seeing a hint of it right now. We'll have that next. Wow.
Sky 4.
Welcome back at 6:40 on your Tuesday, and some people in Cuba are in serious to critical condition after a firework accident. Dozens of people were burned by fireworks during a traditional celebration yesterday. Just look at this awful video. 6 of the people injured were children between 11 and 15 years old. State media reports all victims were from Cuba, but they didn't provide any other information at this time.
Well, a not-so-secret Santa left U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin a Christmas present a couple days early at his Bel Air home. But unlike Santa, this man left a giant box of horse manure. He's 45-year-old Bobby Strong, a psychologist with the LA County Public Health Department, and he says that he hand-delivered this package as a protest to the newly approved tax plan. The festively wrapped box was marked from the American people. It had a non-threatening handwritten note attached to it.
I feel like a lot of people are feeling really helpless right now. And if somebody like me can do a silly stunt that anybody could have pulled off, I'm hoping that gives people a little bit of a smile and a laugh.
Well, since no laws were broken, Strong has been let off with a warning. So Christmas is a special time, and for Texans lineman Dave Kessenberry, it took on some extra meaning.
After a long road to recovery, Kessenberry made his NFL debut Monday in a 34-6 loss against the Steelers. He was drafted by Houston in 2013 and missed his rookie season with a broken foot. And then in 2014, he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He completed treatments in April and returned to practice in May. He was named captain for the Christmas game. Exciting for him.
Yeah, very good for him. It is 6:41. Meteorologist Paul Gross joining us now, and I love when you fill in for Brandon because you always have something very scientific, very important to show us.
Well, people like to know this stuff. They want to know. There's a little inside baseball with weather. Not everybody knows why certain things happen, and so I've got something pretty cool that we're going to show you.
Let's
this
see
was
it.
captured in Massachusetts, so take a listen.
I know what this is.
You know what that is?
Yeah. This is thunder snow.
You bet. Thunder snow, and that usually when you get thunder snow, it's because you have a very strong updraft, which gives you very heavy snowfall rates, and you can generate thunder and lightning with snowfall. And I remember the first time I ever heard this, I was a student at U of M riding my bike down South University, and some big snowflakes started coming down the size of quarters, and all of a sudden there was lightning and there was thunder, and it was like, oh my God. I mean, it really is crazy when you hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty remarkable.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff, and glad we could share that with you this morning. It's not something we get to show you all the time. Thunder snow is pretty cool stuff. All right, temperatures right now, talk about cool stuff. This is like bitter cool stuff. Temperatures in some spots are actually below 0 now. Ann Arbor, you're at 2 below. Lapeer at 1 below. Still 6 at Monroe. 4 at Metro, and all of our wind chills are near or below 0, except in a few spots where there's no wind right now. So Monroe, your temperature is 6, but your wind chill, that's also 6. All right, we have a lot of clear sky across the area. We do have some cloud cover still coming across from Lake Michigan, but that narrow little lake effect streamer that persisted into the night across 94, that has pretty much given up the ghost here. So we're starting the day dry. That's certainly a piece of good news. And expanding the view around the region, no big storm systems. I mean, the jet stream's way to the south, so we have these little disturbances coming across, but no big storm systems. All we have is wind coming across these lakes, and that's generating the lake effect snow. In fact, why don't we talk about that? Yesterday's snow was a problem. Yesterday's snow was lake effect snow, and it starts with warm water. Now, the lakes have not frozen over, so those water temperatures are in the 30s right now. That's a lot warmer than what we had yesterday over the land, where temperatures were in the upper teens to around 20 degrees. So that in itself sets you up for when that cold Arctic air comes over the water. It picks up moisture, but it also warms the air. And when that air gets back over land, it cools. It also hits terrain and buildings and trees. So coming off that smooth water, that forces a little extra lift, and these intense snow squalls come. We're talking whiteout conditions. We're talking 1, 2, 3 inch snowfall rates per hour. So that's what was happening on the western side of the state, and some of those broke off and came across into our area, and we're still very intense snow bands. Today, a lot of that has shut down for us, but we still have, as I just showed you on radar, we still have on the eastern side of these lakes intense lake effect snow squalls. So as this high comes down, remember we have clockwise circulation around it, we're going to still have those west winds, but once the high moves east of us, look, we shut that down, but then we have to watch some regular snow coming in. This is a little storm system, not a powerful one, but coming in for Thursday night into Friday. And it's not looking like a big storm. There's going to be a couple inches or so, but it's still out over the Pacific, so we can't get real specific and real confident on the track or the strength until that gets over the land. All right, today, barely making it into double digits for a high. Some of us won't, and the wind chills will be 0 or below all day long. So, well, again, we're not telling you not to go out. We're just telling you to dress appropriately if you're going to be out for any period of time. And really, the focus on the 7-day forecast, there are 3 things to take out of this. 1, the Arctic air stays with us through the end of the week. Number 2, Thursday night into Friday, we have that snow we just talked about. And the third thing, probably the best news of all, guys, we are going to be dry for New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. That's certainly good news. A lot of people on the roads, and we don't want anything slopping up those rides home from the parties.
All right, and it's been a rough morning on the roads. We've got a lot of accidents to report, 4 to be exact. Westbound 96 at Kent Lake Road, only the left lane is open right now. Also southbound 75 at 7 Mile Road, the right lane is blocked due to an accident. And westbound 94 has been a problem for a lot of people this morning. You're taking a look at an accident right now. Left lane is blocked and both shoulders are also blocked this morning. Now westbound 94 at Allard, the right lane is blocked due to an accident. We do want to report though that westbound 94 at Shook Road, that accident that was there just cleared, but definitely make sure to be careful out on the roads this morning.
Another tremendous year with Tasty Tuesday, and it is that time where we honor our 5 favorites. No disrespect to any of the restaurants not chosen. We loved you all, but our 5 favorites get highlighted with the Tasty Awards, and we'll have Rhonda start us off.
Yes, my Tasty Award goes to Mint 29 in the heart of downtown Dearborn. Kamel Salami, the owner, and also Chef Chris, congratulations. It's a steak and seafood spot with a historic feel.
Correct. It's truly a historical dining experience.
And you brought in some delicious shrimp. It's a steak and seafood restaurant, and that's one of my favorites. Also the ahi tuna, a beet salad. I know you have that great tomahawk steak there. It's an old historic building, too.
Correct. It used to be a state bank in 1929.
Chef Chris, I left that out.
Mac and crab.
Which is delicious. Congratulations. My Tasty Award goes to Mint 29.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations.
Way to go. And Kim?
Well, for my Tasty Award, I chose nothing better than a really good sandwich shop. And that is exactly what you get here with the Black Sheep, also known as
La Pecoranera.
La Pecoranera. And what we have here, tell us what you have, David.
We have the Turkey Bella, the Italiano, and the mortadella and cheddar.
Oh, and I just love it's not your basic sandwich. It's got those quality ingredients, truly makes a difference. Great for lunch or any time of the day, located on Washington, right here in downtown Detroit. So, congratulations, David.
Way to go.
Woo!
Jason.
Well, this is Gary Wells. He's from the Westland location of Gus's, the best fried chicken that I...
You got that right. Angelic.
What makes this so darn good?
It's the special seasoning and it's a special process it takes to make it.
A growing franchise, an opportunity for investment, perhaps.
Memphis-based. I loved every bit of it. Great choice. Jason, Gus's. All right, Evrod.
Yes, I love Mexican food. I'm joined by Jason representing Mex today. And first of all, that's where we're going to give our My Tasty Award to. So big congratulations.
Congrats.
And thanks for coming in and bringing this wonderful spread. This right here is the chicken casserole dish. And this is my absolute favorite. And in case you're wondering at home, yes, I can eat this whole thing. Of course, no Mexican dish is complete without chips and salsa, right?
Right.
And you guys make a mean queso.
Thank you. Everything is also made from scratch in-house for even our salsas. It's a great atmosphere to work in, and it's a beautiful restaurant. You should come check us out at Great Lakes Crossing.
And kids eat free on Mondays. Brandon, over to you.
How about that? All right, it is time for My Tasty Award, and this is Tiandra Reeves of Tea-licious Desserts in the Southland Mall, and I chose you because of your unique style, your creative thought process to your desserts, and you and your mom are like thunder and lightning.
Yes, I'm a little nervous, and she's my mouthpiece, and she's not here today, so I'm a loss for words.
Well, we love you, and you are moving to a new location, or you have moved to a new location in the Southland Mall.
Yes, I'm down by JCPenney's in the little corner where Motif Jewelers used to be. It's a great spot.
And your old spot will be?
The Spot is a convenience store, and I'm also serving crepes in my new location.
All right. Congratulations to T-licious Desserts in the Southland Mall. Your tasty
And for all our winners.
awards. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
Dig in, guys.
Thank you all. We love you.
Good morning. It's 6:53 right now, and we have some stories that you need to watch for. Detroit police are continuing to search for Terry Outsey this morning, the second suspect wanted in connection to a Tuesday shooting at the ExxonMobil gas station on Finkel Avenue that left one man injured. The victim is expected to recover. Call police with information.
And the search is on for 16-year-old Ajanay Bacon. Bacon was last seen December 22nd around 8:30 in the morning on 7 Mile. She was wearing an army green jacket, a white shirt, blue jeans, or black jeans rather, and tennis shoes. She is in good physical and mental condition, so call police with any information.
And this time of year is no stranger to impaired driving deaths, unfortunately. And our parent company, Graham Media Group, is looking to pump the brakes on drunk driving with an initiative called Project Roadblock. From now through December 31st, police across the state will be ramping up drunk driving patrols.
And Lions fans looking for some answers might get them later today. Coach Jim Caldwell is expected to speak at a news conference. Many Detroiters want to hear what he has to say after the Lions failed to make it to the playoffs this year, again, following a loss to Cincinnati.
Resolving to break a bad habit in the new year. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., expert advice to tackle some of the most common habits that harm your health.
All right, thanks, Doc. For those of you just waking up and joining us, it is a bitterly cold morning out there. We have wind chill advisory in effect for Genesee, Lapeer, Sanilac counties, and that doesn't mean it's not cold to the south, just means it's colder up to the north. Now, these are actual temperatures. Sandusky, 2 below. Port Huron has dropped to 9 below zero. Lapeer's at 1 below. Flint, 2 below. Howell, 3 below. Ann Arbor, 2 below zero. And the rest of us, we're above zero, but not by a whole lot. But when you factor in that wind, you can see that when you get north of M59, basically, Hall Road, you can see minus 11 the wind chill at Mount Clemens, minus 13 at Pontiac, and minus double-digit wind chills to the north. We're not getting any wind reported at Port Huron. I find that a little strange, but at least on the official observation, their wind chill is the same as the actual temperature. So as we move through the day, even though we're going to start with some sunshine, take the shades if you're heading out. The sunglasses will be needed. Clouds will be increasing by late morning, and we should be mostly cloudy for the afternoon. So starting off in the single numbers, and look at this, it's going to be a grind. We're going to just slog our way to maybe just creeping into double digits for a high temperature, but those wind chills during the afternoon even will be 0 to maybe 5 below zero. And then you better get used to Arctic cold. Look at this. The average high right now is 33 degrees. Boy, that's a pipe dream right now. We are going to stay in this deep freeze all the way through the week. And in fact, I think it's going to stick around well into next week as well.
That's not good news, Paul.
Sorry.
At least not for Cocoa, and as we're sitting at 4 degrees. Let's take a look at your traffic right now. We've got an accident on 96 on the westbound side, right at Kent Lake Road, and only the left lane is open there. We're dealing with that issue this morning. And another situation on the roads on M39, another accident there on the northbound side, just past McNichols. The left lane is blocked there. Any more traffic troubles this morning? Looks like those are our 2 accidents. We'll keep our eyes on that for you throughout the day. Well, right between Christmas and New Year's, there is another day that's nationally recognized that might be easy to forget about.
December 26th is National Thank You Note Day. And falling right after Christmas, there's no better time to bust out the pen and paper, of course.
Okay.
That's right, yeah. Etiquette experts still agree that writing and sending thank yous really goes a long way. And if your child can't write yet, you can write the note, have the child scribble or draw something on the card, maybe a little picture, something like that, and that really means a lot to the people receiving it.
Do you guys send out thank you notes?
Depends. Not usually for gifts. I usually just thank them in person. But,
Right.
you know, if it's something like, I don't know, something really, really special that they went out of their way to do, maybe?
I don't know. I don't need it.
That's a good question.
But either way, happy Boxing Day, happy Kwanzaa, happy Thank You Note Day, and we hope you have a great day after Christmas, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.